What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Northern Light 777, and I got a real epic Craigslist pickup for you right here. I mean, this is crazy, but there's a shady story about it. I'm gonna tell you afterwards, like how the guy was basically a really shady dude, even though in the end I caught that bitch slipping. You know, he thought he caught me slipping, but I caught that bitch slipping. But anyways, man, this is an epic Craigslist pickup. I'm gonna get this started. And got some Jedi mind tricks playing in the background. I don't know if y'all know about that. You know, that underground hip hop. Some of y'all probably do. But let me get this started. It's Craigslist pickup, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I paid for it afterwards. And under that jacket, that Red Sox jacket, is the prize of it all. All right, let me get this started though. Got this top loader, a little dirty right here, but it's tested it, working. Controller here. Another dog bone controller. You know, I hoard these things. You know, the top load I already have, so you know that's already a cha-ching, as you know my phone always tells me when something is sold. The wires here. You know, the RF and AC adapter. There's a Super Nintendo controller in there too. Another Super Nintendo controller. Super Nintendo, all wires. I don't know what this is, but whatever. Super Nintendo here, it's a little yellow, but it works. So, you know, all that stuff basically I already have, so, you know, I can make some money off of it. Besides the dog bone, I hoard those things, so I'm not going to resell that. Got this PlayStation box here. You know, I got like 2 of these now. You know, there's some stuff in it, but the dickhead taped the back of it here, so I don't know. I don't know if I feel like busting that open, but PlayStation box. Now there was a PlayStation with this, with like 10 crappy sports games. There's some other good sports games too. So what I did was I sold the Super Nintendo, and the lady that bought the Super Nintendo, I gave her the PlayStation with the 10 sports games, because you can't sell that shit. You basically got to give that shit away, and it's hard enough to do that. Alright, here's a whole bunch of good stuff here. This all came in the slot. I think these are like Killer Instinct cards. You know, trading cards, or I think they tell all the moves. Killer Instinct cards here. Manual to Chrono Trigger, pretty good shape. And no, the game wasn't in here, unfortunately, but the manual was. Secret of Evermore manual. Dragon Warrior 3 manual, Madden 96 manual, Final Fantasy 8 book manual. I don't need this, so if there's anyone that's looking for this, want to trade it or whatever for something, you know, get at me. The Simpsons Spot vs. Space Mutants manual, another mini walkthrough Final Fantasy 8. I don't need this either, so if anyone wants to trade for it, hit me up. Some play things right here, like I guess this is for one of the Madden games. I don't know which one, but you know, it's like all the plays for the different teams. Seattle Seahawks, 49ers. You know, there's probably other teams obviously, but those are the ones that I had. An official PlayStation handbook here. Zelda: Link to the Past. I believe this is my second map. I think I got another one, so if anyone needs this Link to the Past map, hit me up for a trade or whatever. I believe I have another one somewhere. I just gotta dig it up. There's a couple of Dragon Warrior maps here. I think this is for Dragon Warrior 2. Yes, it is. Dragon Warrior 2 is a map there. Dragon Warrior 2 map again. Dragon Warrior 2. Another map. I think there's a Dragon Warrior 3 map in there somewhere too. I'm not sure. Collector's video. This is pretty cool. I always like these type of things. For Square PlayStation Collector's video. You know, for Final Fantasy 7, Bushido Blade, Final Fantasy Tactics. You know, it's a pretty cool thing. I like these type of things. Collector's video. Whole bunch of Nintendo Powers in there. Metal Storm. I have this game, matter of fact, but I'm looking for a better copy of it. But I do have that game. Star Trek. The kid, Ken Griffey Jr. Now this man right here, sorry to go off the topic, this was my favorite baseball player as a kid. I still have his Upper Deck rookie card. You know, it used to be worth like $200 or $300, but you know, 80s and 90s baseball cards like went way down. But I'm telling y'all, if this dude didn't get hurt, he would have had the home run record. He would have had like 800 home runs. You know, he did it clean. He was a classy dude. This was my favorite baseball player growing up. You know, Donkey Kong Country, Nintendo Power Star Tropics. I don't know what the cover of that is. Another Nintendo Power, Nintendo Power, Nintendo Power, Nintendo Power. Okay, here's where it gets a little good again now. It's a Final Fantasy strategy guide here. A little beat up there, but whatever. Crash Bandicoot 2 official strategy guide. Tomb Raider 3 strategy guide. Super NES player's guide. Final Fantasy 7 strategy guide. Official strategy guides. These are all official shits right here. Final Fantasy 8 players, 3. Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo. This is the strategy guide right here. Strategy guide for Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And Secret of Mana strategy guide. Alright, I'm gonna get into some of these box games here. This is, I had the box and the manual, basically. I mean, the kid gave me the box and the manual, I had to put the game in here. So this game is now complete. Pretty good shape. I'm not going to take these apart, folks, because it's too hard to put it back together. Complete right here, Star Fox, in decent condition. F-Zero, complete, decent condition. Really good condition, actually. A lot of sports games here, but, you know, they're complete in box, so I guess I'll just keep them in the collection, you know. Madden 95 complete. Madden 94 complete. And all these boxes are, like, really in mint condition. I mean, the guy himself is an asshole scumbag, but he knew how to keep his games together. And I'm going to get to that afterwards, like the whole drama in this situation. NBA Showdown, complete in box. NHL 95, complete in box, mint condition. Now this here, the manual is missing, you know, but there's a box in the game. I don't know, golf, so can't be all that great. Mega Man X, no manual, just the box, no game, but it's all good. I could try to find the rest of that stuff to complete it. And Major League Baseball. There was no game in here, but there's a manual. And, hold on 1 second, people. This is skipping bad, so I'm just going to shut it off. Sorry about that, folks. It was the General Mind Tricks. They were starting to skip real bad. Yeah, like I was saying, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball here. You know, no game in it. You know, I wish the collector's card was in there. That would have been pretty cool, but it wasn't. But it's all good. Alright, now I'm going to get into some of the better stuff. Let me just go over this stuff, too. This is the PlayStation, like a 4-player adapter thing. I did keep this. Like I said, I gave away the PlayStation, all the wires, and like 3 controllers and 10 sports games to someone that bought something from me, because, you know, you can't sell that shit. You got to basically give it away. But I did keep this. I kept the memory cards. And, some interactive CD. I kept it. I don't know. Alright, now let me get to some of these games here. This is all within this one lot, basically. I'm just going to go and tell you some of the worst games first and just try to build it up, I guess. Soccer. FIFA, I already have that. Super Tennis. Probably bundle this with, you know, some of these games are going to be bundled. I got like a couple of the Super Nintendos. I'm going to bundle them up. Iric, you know, sounds like some German shit. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out here. Soccer. Jeopardy 25th Anniversary Edition. Super Mario World. A lot of these games, I'm going to be making a trade video, you know, so there's not much time. This time is going by fast here, so I'm not going to say what's for trade or not, but be on the lookout for a trade video that's coming up. NBA Give and Go. Yoshi's Island. Like, I know for sure my boy is looking for this, you know, one of a cool YouTuber. Me and him have been sending each other messages, so this will probably go to him. You know who I'm talking about. Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World. Again, all these games I have, basically, so it's just cha-ching, 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 pretty much. Either that or I'm going to trade them. Secret of Evermore. Mike Tyson Super Punch Out. Donkey Kong Country 2. Donkey Kong Country. Okay. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Everything's complete with these games, people. Crash Bandicoot 2. Manuals and everything is complete. Alright, now I'm going to start to get to the cream of the crop here. I guess I'll start off with the PlayStation stuff. Final Fantasy VII. Black Label. Everything's in here in mint. And Brave Fencer Musashi. Now, I had a feeling this was a real game, but I was looking this up, and it goes for a pretty good amount. And this includes the Final Fantasy VIII playable demo CD, so it's like complete with everything. This goes for a pretty penny online. It looks like a pretty cool game too. Everything's here. Dragon Warrior 2. Card is mint, fresh. And Dragon Warrior 3. This is my better copy. The other one will be up for trade, or I'll dump it online and get top dollar. I don't know. You know, depends on y'all, I suppose. Dragon Warrior 3. I put it in this nice minty fresh case. It didn't come with it. I, you know, had it. This box protector to look nice. Alright. Now y'all are probably wondering what's under this Red Sox jacket. 11.5 minutes into this, and I don't even like to make videos this long, but it's just so much stuff here, I guess I couldn't help it. And once I show you what's under this Red Sox jacket, I'm going to try to keep it under 2 or 3 minutes on the shadiness that I had to go through with this lot. And now, ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes. Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Complete in box maps and everything. No, these, you know, again, these box protectors were provided by me. I mean, it's mint condition. Everything is in here. Whole bunch of maps and stuff. It's like a pain in the ass to put it back together, so I'm not taking this out because I had to stuff all the stuff back in the box. Like I said, everything is in here, from advertisement to maps. And I have a loose card of that, so that'll be up for trade or sale. Final Fantasy 2. Again, ladies and gentlemen, everything's in there. Box is minty fresh. Got a loose card of that too. Maps and all is in this, so all that stuff you saw there. Super Nintendo stuff. Just summarizing everything. All that goodness that you see there. And the stuff that I threw on the floor there. But yeah, I did it with care. I paid $70 for all this stuff. $70 for it. So, you know, a lot of it's going to get either traded away or sold. You know, I mean, I'm going to get good money if y'all don't end up making trades, so it doesn't really matter either way. But, yeah, I'm going to sum this up real quick. Basically what happened was, the guy was talking to me on the phone, you know, he lived like 45 minutes away, and, he was telling me basically some more stuff that you don't see here, because basically he's a scumbag. So anyways, $70, we agreed on the phone, you know. It's a 45-minute drive, so I get there and shit, right? And I knew this was going to happen. Like, with something like this on Craigslist, when you're on your way to pick up something, especially if it's far away, there's going to be those people that send emails trying to undercut you. But what's so bad about it is, okay, it's one thing to try to undercut someone. Don't be an asshole and be like, you know, basically people say, oh, why are you selling it for that price? It's worth this and that, you know, because they couldn't get onto it. Just accept it, you know what I mean? It's like, it's one thing to try to undercut somebody on Craigslist, but it's another thing when you start saying, oh, this is worth such, why are you selling to this guy? Basically because they weren't going to get it. So basically what had happened was, I'm like 5 minutes away from this kid's house, and he's like, oh, you know, how far are you away? You know, someone offered me $100, you know, I wanted to do that, blah, blah, blah. I said, dude, I just drove 45 minutes. I'm 5 minutes away. I'm coming to pick up the stuff. So, you know, I came and picked up the stuff. There's so much shit. Like, there was so many boxes. It didn't, like, dawn on me to, like, check everything, okay? So, 45 minutes, I get back home. I'm looking through everything. I'm like, wait a minute. The motherfucker pulled out the Final Fantasy 2 and 3 out of the shit. So I'm blowing up his phone, texting, I was like, dog, are you serious? You know, it's like, really? Are you serious? He's like, well, you know, people will tell me it's worth this and that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, that has nothing to do with that. We made a deal. You know, if you don't do your own research as a seller, that's not my problem. Like, how the fuck, how are you going to do some shit like that to me? You know what I mean? It's like, I drove 45 minutes, and you took this out, and me and him argued, and he's like, oh, fine, you can come tomorrow and get it. And there was more stuff that we talked on the phone, you know, because basically the Final Fantasy 2 and 3 was stuff that he had listed on the ad. There was some stuff he told me over the phone that I know he picked out of here. There was a Mario 3 in a box. There was a Secret of Mana I know complete in a box. There was a Zelda Link to the Past. This is stuff he picked out of here because fucking people were in his ear. But yeah, that was some real scumbag shit. So anyways, the next day I had to drive 45 minutes again to pick up this Final Fantasy 2 and 3. You know, and it was real awkward because honestly I wanted to punch the dude in the face. It's like, you don't do shit like that, you know? So all y'all out there, whenever y'all pick up a big lot, I know this is probably common sense and cliche, check everything. Because it's not the first time something like this has happened to me, you know what I mean? Some scumbag motherfucker trying to pull some shit like that. Like, you know, just like thinking like I wasn't going to notice, like Final Fantasy 2 and 3 weren't here. Like I was just going to mysteriously, you know, not notice that, you know, fucking dumbass, you know? But anyways, I caught that bitch slipping. Anyhow, $70 I got out of this, so joke's on him. I caught him slipping hard. I'm sorry, people, but that shit like pisses me off. I would never do that to somebody, and that was real scumbag shit that he tried to play me like that. But again, folks, it's a happy ending, or somewhat of a happy ending, because I got all this shit for $70. Went back and got the Final Fantasy 2, 3. I missed out on the Link to the Past, complete in box, Secret of Mana, complete in box, some other games that, you know, he pulled out. You know, they weren't officially in the ad, but he told me over the phone, but it's all good. I can't complain. $70. A lot of this stuff is going to be in a trade video. Y'all going to see trader for sale. After like 3 or 4 days, if people are hitting me up, I'll just dump it all online and get top dollar. I thank y'all for watching, and be on the lookout for the trade video. Peace.